what we do need to talk about is the other top story of the day, which is Too Hot to Handle.
Hell yeah.
On Netflix. Okay, so for some reason, Jesse has become the king of reality TV. I think it has something to do with his girlfriend.
It definitely has something to do with living with a girl in her mid-20s.
Yeah, who is, by the way, just an absolute flippin' riot to hang out with. And she has gotten Jesse into all the good shows. So because Jesse endorsed Love is Blind, I watched Love is Blind, and I was not disappointed. And then Jesse endorsed Too Hot to Handle and told us, Steve, that we had to watch it. Now, Steve, have you watched the entire series, or have you?
I watched the entire thing.
Wow. So I'm the only one on the show who's made it. I made it to episode 6. I have not seen the whole thing yet.
You're the only piece of garbage, horrible person.
Right. Yes. Which means we're going to talk about the first half of it today. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Is it ever surprising to you? Like, people say we talk about hockey a lot, right? And we do, even in our own personal lives. And the three of us get together with our friends. Hockey inevitably comes up. We talk about it. Some of our friends roll their eyes or whatever. Does anyone ever call people on talking about themselves, their bodies, and sex? Does that ever get called out? Does anybody ever hang out with these people that are on this show and go, guys, you talk about sex like sex is great, but you talk about it all the time.
Right. So Jesse, you look like you.
I was going to say, those people tend to surround themselves with like-minded people. I feel like in Kel's everyday life, in Harry's everyday life, Harry's surrounded by guys like Harry, and they're all walking in packs talking about sex and how hot they are and doing their hair constantly. I think that's the kind of group you hang out in. You walk around in a pack of hot people.
Harry looks like and speaking of the word pack, like Harry looks like, okay, what's the movie where the mom and the daughter, they trade bodies? What's
the
it?
Freaky Friday one?
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Okay, if an owner and their dog changed bodies, Harry would be the dog in a human body. Just the face he's always got on. He just looks like someone's walked by the house, like at all times.
He reminds me of David Dobrik in the way he's always just laughing and smiling at the same time while he's
smiling. Yeah. Yo, he could commit murder and get off because the judge likes him so much. Like, he's so likable. Like,
do I look like I could ever get mad enough?
Yeah, no. Like, he doesn't get upset. And also, when people are upset with him, it's all like, but he's so flippin' cute. Like,
right.
He's 6'5",
and he's so very in the wrong.
Right off the top.
Extraordinarily first. Right away.
What you're talking about is Francesca and Harry, they kiss, and they lose $3,000.
Francesca is from BC, by the way.
Francesca sucks so hard.
She sucks.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
So when they kiss, the whole premise of the show is that when they kiss or touch or do anything, and they're warned by this little Alexa device called Lana, they're warned that there's this $100,000 prize money.
Yeah, we should maybe explain what this show is, like, from the top.
Well, we sort of mentioned it last, but essentially the idea is this. Imagine you are extremely sexy, and you're on an island with extremely sexy people, and all you guys do is talk about your bodies and sex, and you're just a one-night stand person. They throw these people together and go, okay, we're going to try to reform you, and you're going to have to learn to get a deeper connection with each other. And so there is no sex, there is no kissing, there is nothing allowed on the island.
They don't know this. They don't know this when they sign up, but they find out very fast.
Yeah, they think it's just going to be like Temptation Island. Like, oh my God, let's just sleep with that person, and there's nothing at stake. Oh no, there is something at stake. It's the money. And here's the thing. Whenever a couple breaks the rules, Lana pipes up. Lana is like the little Alexa device. And she says, rules have been broken. We've charged you $3,000. And so the first time this happens, it's because this very tall Aussie guy named, what's his name again?
Harry.
Yeah.
And Francesca, who definitely sucks.
Yeah. Not right away. Like,
not right away.
No, she sucks right away.
Yeah,
I think right away you get the idea that she's going to be terrible, and then she has her little terrible friend Haley, and it's just the two of them are going to be the awful girls on the island.
And
Sorry,
Haley,
I should back up. They all seem like they suck.
You know what?
That's why they're on the show,
one of them.
right?
I'm going to disagree with you. David does not suck.
Okay, David.
David is pretty phenomenal, man.
Have
David's a solid
you
dude.
gotten to the point where the next set of people come to the island? Not just Bryce, but
parts of them.
So Bryce comes, and then 3 more people come. I assume you're on that episode.
Yeah, I'm not quite through it though.
Okay.
Does David start to suck? Don't tell me David starts to suck.
No.
More stuff happens with David.
Almost all of them, basically, I mean, the whole point of the show is, all right, so we got 10 people who suck. And by the end of the show, we're hoping they no longer suck. So they all sort of suck. So we're grading on a bit of a curve here. Mm-hmm. So right away, I wasn't like, friggin' Francesca, stupid idiot. And then Harry and her hook up right away, and they get dinged. And they know it's against the rules.
And they just made out. Like, they just make out.
All they do is make out. And right away, $3,000 down. But now, help me remember, do they say right away that it was them two?
So they're all sitting there, and then they're kind of denying it. And then Harry goes, Francesca, she kissed me, even though he knows it was the other way around. So he throws her under the bus. And then she says, no, it was entirely you. And then neither of them take responsibility for the whole thing. And then Francesca tries to get back at everybody on the island for not liking her because she's a terrible person. And she and Haley team up to kiss and lose everybody $3,000. So that's the sequence.
On purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
So, but Harry, what got me about Harry is he lied about it to the guys.
Yeah.
Like, right away to all the guys. We made out. And like, they didn't seem that mad. They were like, But then when it was the whole group, to her face, to the person involved's face, be like, you did it. I was just like, the balls, the huevos.
He does.
On that Aussie man.
He does. And the great
How
thing
dare
is,
you? That
so
Aussie man who sounds not Aussie at all.
She hates him for like a couple episodes. But the craziest part is she ends up
half.
She ends up taking she ends up taking a shower with this guy Kells, who is just fucking built, man. Like, this guy is huge.
He could play running back in the NFL tomorrow, just for his size.
Adrian Peterson would be afraid of him. Like, he's huge.
Not enough of a factor in the show, Kels.
No,
not enough.
No, but he took it so seriously. He's like, I am here not to lose money. I got my blinders on. I'm gonna have no fun.
Yeah.
So.
Because I feel like he doesn't care. Like, he will have sex again.
The girls,
wouldn't your chance at $100,000?
Yeah, the girls upheld their end of the reality show bargain. We're gonna. There's gonna be drama, and there's gonna be fights with each other, and there's gonna be arguments with each other, and a few of us are not gonna be friends at the end of this, or even during the show. Whereas the guys, there's one. I don't think Adam's gotten to it thing where you're like, you dog, but
Corey,
for the most part, like Kells. Yes, Corey is a piece of shit. Yeah. Kells, there should be a moment. There was never a moment where a guy on the island genuinely thought Kells might slap me, and there should have been.
No,
there should have been.
Yeah,
like he wasn't
enough of a factor in the show. Yeah.
Let's step back for a second. Okay, so if you haven't seen this, guess so we're talking about this girl Francesca, right? Mm-hmm. She hangs out with this other girl who is a Florida frat girl, and self-admitted, like, she says, yes, I go to parties and we party and we get super drunk. Like, that's her. That's this person. They were in your friend group in high school. Everybody's got the person who parties and they really get drunk, and somehow they end up with a university degree.
Do you hear how there's too much soul in Adam's voice?
Maybe there's
you're describing her perfectly though.
Yeah, he is. But like, do you hear how there's like a hint that you might feel things?
No, she doesn't feel things.
Like, that's the only inaccuracy.
She might have no personality, but the one thing she is devious. So her and Francesca, so what they decide to do, it's like, okay, so Francesca's mad at everybody, and I think a little bit rightfully so, because they all sort of believe, happy tall guy, and And they don't believe her when she said, I didn't kiss him. He kissed me, even though they were
I feel
both
like
sort of
Harry
in on it.
created a monster.
For sure.
He created a monster, episode 1.
So Francesca, and what was her, what is her name? I can't remember anyone's name.
Haley.
Yeah. So Francesca and Haley, they sneak off, and we've already sort of mentioned this, but they go, you know what? We're just going to kiss, and it's going to cost everybody money, and we're just going to blame it on somebody else.
Yeah.
So they kiss that night later on, and then I think is it Rhonda sneaks off with another guy, like
with
one of these.
Sharon.
With Sharon.
Yeah.
They sneak off in the middle of the night. They almost break the rules, but they don't break the rules. Everybody hears them because everybody's sleeping in the same room. Everybody hears them leave in the middle of the night and hang out together in the middle of the night. So the next day, Haley and Francesca are like, once Lana kind of lights them up and charges them, I think it was like only $2,000 for that kiss.
It's three.
Was it 3? It was 3 again?
3 G's a kiss.
It was $3,000 a kiss. Okay, so anyway, Lana, they get dinged their $3,000, so now they're down to $94,000, and everybody's ticked off again, but nobody can figure out who's doing it. And they're like, well, Sharon or Sharonda, they left. Like, I don't know. And you see Francesca actually say, step into my web, and then it's like, I'm stirring the pot and whatever. And you just realize that is awful to do to somebody. You've just robbed everybody of $3,000. And Haley's like, I don't even care. Like,
I don't care.
She did that and then tried to blame somebody else. Like, it wasn't even just that they did that and we're like, we cost you guys $3,000 because you were mad at us. She did that and then tried to blame another couple.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
every situation, but with every villain comes a hero. And that's when Detective Jesus gets involved.
Matthew.
Is that his name?
Matthew
I just knew him as
Jesus
Detective Jesus.
Jesus. Yo, he's the best.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but he is Detective Jesus.
So this guy.
He played the role that Kells should have. There should have been at least one guy, because Kells was there to win, and I am not touching anyone. I'm not even making any friends. I'm not showing any personality or anything.
Kells did get naked in the shower with Francesca.
Kells, when Francesca showed interest in Kells' eyes sparked up. He started playing the game.
Yep.
But once he didn't have like another match on the island, he kind of just like, all right, there's no one here for me. Everyone's kind of paired off, or I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to play anymore. But when Francesca was going for him, he was all in.
Yeah. We don't talk about, not yet, we're not there yet, but we got to talk about how they wrote the show on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was yelling at Lana a couple of times the same way I was yelling at you for by what metric? Because they kept going, you can win this money. And I'm like, but what are we counting? How are you winning?
Do they all get that money each? Do they all split that money? Is it a few of them who split that money? Is it? And you don't know. And by the final episode, you're just like, so the writers got together, probably like blasted off of whatever they brought to the island, and we're just like, so like the money. And they were like, oh shit, the money. What do we do?